What's up, guys? TeamDemise Andy here, and today we are going to be doing my ranking video of Class 1A. Now, I do want to go ahead and say this ranking is not on power. Even though you could consider that on my last few picks, but no, this is not power. This is how much I like the character and how well I think they're developing to the point of my taste. So this is 100% my list. You know, if you got a list, let me know down in the comments below. But this isn't favorite characters, because if it was, there'd be a lot of different people on here. But this is just ranking Class 1A in general. Now, I also want to go ahead and throw out, you know, I don't own any of these pictures. This is all, you know, credit to the drawer or whoever did it. Whatever, you know. Credit to whoever made it. Now, the next thing I want to discuss really quick before we jump into this video, I want to know your all's list down below, because I had a lot of trouble with my, like, 12 to, like, 8. So, like, it was, like, really hard for me. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video.
Maybe you should pull the fucking trigger.
Pull the trigger. Ain't nobody gonna do for you.
Number 20 is Sato. Now, I know this probably doesn't shock a lot of people. He's a bland character, and I don't really like his face. I don't like his devil fruit. I used to watch this cartoon, I think it was on 4Kids, and they were like wrestlers or something. I can't remember, but I always hated that show. So every time I look at him, I just like remember that hatred. And I was so young back then, I don't even know how I remembered it. I didn't remember it until I seen his face. But yeah, I mean, he's just a bland character overall, and I don't really like him. Although he's got some cool moments, he's just not for me. So, following the same characteristics as number 20, number 19 is Koda, or Kuda. I never understood how to actually pronounce his name, but I love his character to a point. I love the fact that, you know, he's the soft-spoken nature guy who looks different, and he's a little bit odd, and he was paired up with Jiro for a little while, and Jiro is best girl. But no, there's a few scenes I like with him in it, like the scenes with his mother are always really funny. His quirk is okay. I mean, it's came in useful a few times, but overall he's just stale, and I'm not really the biggest fan, but he's still a cool character. And don't get me wrong, I like all the characters on this list. I'm just ranking them from, you know, least to best, you know. It's not like, oh, I fucking hate Sato and I hate Koda. No, I like them as characters. It's just, I like other characters more. Like, all of Class 1A is okay in my book. So yeah, a little bit of ranting. But anyway, let's move on. Alright, calm down, alright? Number 18 is Mineta, but let me explain first. Alright, I know a lot of people actually really love Mineta, and I do too, to a point. If I would have made this video right after Season 1, Mineta would have probably been in my top 7 or maybe even number 6. But as times went on, I lost connection with Mineta. I'm not a huge fan of him anymore as I was. I still like his little comedy relief here and there. There's just other characters I like more than him. So it's not a fact that I hate Mineta, because God knows I don't. He's a little creepy bastard. But it's just I like other characters better. Number 17 is Aoyama. He ranks so low on the list because while he's done a few things and we're slowly getting progression out of his character, I haven't really seen all too much to where it makes me want to like him. Like, we've seen him like be a cocky, arrogant ass. We've seen him be like, you know, the coward hiding in the bushes. And then we've seen him have a few cool moments, and it's just, you know, I'm indifferent on him. I feel like they're setting up for a huge build-up for his character, but for right now, he's just the stylish of the most stylish, I should say, of the heroes. But I think 17 is a good spot for him as of right now, but he may move up in the future. Alright, Ashido. Now, Ashido is a character that I really did not like at all. She's got a great quirk. She had a cool name with Alien Queen, but they changed it to Pinky. Kind of pissed me off. I understand why, though. It sounds more of like a villain name. But her superhero costume is kind of bland and iffy. But other than that, it's just like, I kind of find her cool because she's got the horns, but not too much going on with her, really. I'd say she's probably maybe the least or the second least most underdeveloped girl in Class 1A. Next to Hagakure, but I don't know. I like her character. I'm wanting to like her, but she has to go lower on the list because I just can't get into it yet. But yeah, I mean, she's got potential, definitely. And speaking of Hagakure comes in at number 15, Invisible Girl. Now, at first, I hated Hagakure's character. I'm just like, she's invisible, we're not going to get any development or anything behind her. But it actually poses this really cool question of, like, you know, who's the traitor and all that. You kind of got with that, and it was like, you know, she is invisible, and it started posing these questions, and, like, they started doing a little bit more with her. Not too much, don't get me wrong. I mean, her quirk is still good for recon, but terrible for fighting. But it's, you know, just one of those things. I kind of like her character, to be honest. I like her and Ishido about the same, except for the fact that, like, she's got this cool little thing about her where, like, you know, we can speculate more on her than Ishido, so that's why I put her one spot higher. Number 14 is Sero. Now, at first I hated Sero. I thought his quirk was stupid as all hell. I still hate his hero costume, not gonna lie, at all. Excuse me. But he's starting to grow on me. Like, he's the little tag-along pal. You know, he would never be like one of my favorite characters. I don't see any way possible they could spin Sero's character to where he'd be in my top 5 at all. But I still like him. I do like him. The whole little thing about, like, his elbows shooting tape, it was so weird to me at first, but like I said, I slowly started to get and fall in love with it. And then, like, his whole little relationship with everybody, he's kind of the kid that no one is best friends with, but no one hates. Like, I kind of find it weird, you know? It's just one of those things. But either way, yep, Sero, he's a cool guy, and I really can't complain too much about him. He's a solid 14 as of right now. Alright, so my number 13 is Ojiro, and I know it might be a little high for everyone else's list, but I really do enjoy Ojiro's character. I really like his hero costume. It's kind of like simple, but like it fits him perfectly. Now his quirk is just tail, but I mean, the way he uses it, I feel like there's a lot of room to grow on it, and it's got a lot of potential, to be honest. But as of right now, I just really like his character. Like, when he came up behind Deku and, like, put his tail over Deku's mouth, that was so cool to see. I think during the Sports Fest, it was so cool to see him, and then, like, he actually gave up his match just because he didn't feel like it was right. That shows you what kind of character he is. Which, you know, he is a side character, don't get me wrong, and most people would probably put him like 14 or 15 or up, I would say, like at most. But I really do enjoy his character. I mean, he's a good, solid character in my opinion, and I think he's got a lot of room to grow and expand from where he's at now. Anyway, though, let's move on to number 12. Okay, hold up, guys. Before everyone dislikes and leaves the video, Tsuyu is number 12 because I'm not that big on Tsu, but I really like her character. Number 12 down are all characters I love. And with 12, 11, and 10, so Tsuyu and then the next two picks, I kind of feel like they're all the same rank, to be honest. I could have interchangeably put wherever, you know. They could have been in any spot. It just so happens that after I did everything and I was thinking it out, Tsuyu was number 12. So, don't hate me. I like Tsu. Everyone likes Tsu. She's probably the most, I don't know if I would say she's like the most famous frog. She's definitely the most famous girl frog in all of, you know, history and time. But I think Kermit might have her beat for frog overall. But, you know, anyway, that besides the point. I love Sue, and these next two are pretty much the same ranking as Sue. Like, you know, it's interchangeable. She's a great character. She's got a lovely little smile, and the voice is okay, but it has some work. Okay, so number 11 is Ida, and like I said, I like Ida and Tsuyu about the same. The only thing that really put Ida over is he's more prevalent in the spotlight, and he's the class rep. So those are the only two real things that put him over. I like his character. I didn't like him before the whole Ingidium thing happened, though, because, like, he was kind of, like, one-dimensional. You know, he was the nerd, he was the class rep, and he went fast. That's all he did. But now that we have his purpose in doing everything he does, it kind of makes him more likable, you know? And I kind of was a sleeper on Ida. If we would have did this list right after season 1, he would have probably been like, he would have probably been like 16 maybe, if that. So yeah, it wouldn't have been good for him. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and move on to number 10, which would be the last of this kind of like three-way tying, and then we'll get on to like, I feel like number 10 on, or like number 9 on, number 9 and 8 are more of like my favorite, like my personal like little favorite like characters that I like seeing just, you know, on the sidelines and having a little good time here and there. And then after that, it's all characters that I absolutely love every time they're on screen. But let's go ahead and move on to number 10 before we get into all that. Alright, so number 10 is Uraraka, and like I said, with her, Ida, and Tsuyu, it's interchangeable. The only reason I put her above the other two is because she is to be shown as the main character girl. And I have to give a little bit of respect to that. Plus, I like her character. She's fun and overall happy and energetic. If I would have made this list after season 1, like I've said before a few times, she would not be top 10. I hated her in season 1. I don't know why. I'm starting to really like her now. After she learned all that like karate shit, she's actually really getting cool. And I can't wait to see what she does from here on out. So yeah, Ochako for the win, man. But number 9 and 8, oh, it's about to go down, alright? These are getting into the realms of the insane. Did you believe that hype for 1 second? You shouldn't have. Alright, so my number 9 is Kirishima, and I know that might sound a little bit high to some people, but I overall really just like his character in general. Didn't like him until he started tagging around with Bakugo, but he's pretty cool. Even though he's got a basic little quirk, I like his hero outfit, like his personality. Pretty much like everything about the guy. He's a good, solid character, but he is interchangeable with number 8, so it's rough. I like both of these next character very much, but let's go ahead. Kirishima is in direct competition with, yeah, number 8 is the other tag along of Bakugo, Kaminari. Now, hate me if you must, but I love this duo. Kaminari and Kirishima are two of my favorite characters due to the sheer fact they can be funny, they can be serious, and when push comes to shove, they can both get the job done. Heavy duty situations, Kaminari kind of lacks due to his like stupidity when he uses his quirk too much. That's where Kirishima comes in with his hard style, and then when you need something done, you go to Kaminari. Now, the reason why I put Kaminari over Kirishima is one simple fact: I like electricity. It's probably one of my favorite powers. If I could pick a elemental power, it would be electricity. But yeah, that's the only reason why he's above Kirishima, to be honest. Alright, so number 7 is another little bit of a shock, but it's Shoji. Now, Shoji is a character that I absolutely hated in the beginning. I wouldn't say hate, okay? He was probably my third least favorite character, right next to Sato and Kato. But Shoji has came so far in this series in my eyes, just from the first time we've seen him to where I'm at now in this series. Oh no, no way, boy. He is probably on track to be my number 4, if not higher, if he just does a few more things in the series and gets a little bit more backstory. I love his quirk, I love his outfit, I love his attitude, I love everything about the guy. He's really, really cool. And unfortunately, though, there's 6 other characters who just happen to beat him out. But he still, give love to Shoji, man. He's got a, you know, he's got a little disrespect on his shoulder, but he's good. Alright, so number 6. Number 6 is Midoriya or Deku. I love this character. I do. I hate his backstory. It's a little bit cliche in my opinion, where, oh, I don't have a quirk, oh, I meet my idol, oh, he gives me his quirk, oh, he trains me, oh, I'm becoming the next him. You know, I don't like that, and I thought that's exactly what this series was going to be, until the point to where they're training and everything for their special moves, and Deku comes up and he's like, he's thinking about it, he's like, I can't be just like All Might. So instead of punches, he trains up a kick. And that made me start thinking, okay, he's not going to try to be just like All Might. We're actually going to have some good development here. And that's why I've been sticking through, waiting on what's going to happen. And yeah, he's the main character, so he's going to be pretty high on the list. Sorry if you're offended that he's this high, or sorry if you're offended that he's this low. I don't know what to tell you. He's a solid 6 in my book. So let's go ahead and move on to number 5. Number 5 is Momo or Yaoyorozu, and I'm just gonna call her Momo. All right. No, not even gonna deal with the other one. Okay, so Momo, I like her character this much for 3 reasons. All right. Her quirk is literally busted. Completely busted. Secondly, she has had a little bit of that development where it's not like just flat out said, but you can tell it's happening. That's what kind of development she's having, and I really do enjoy it. And then third, just look at her, man. She's cool as fuck. She's got the outfit, she's got the style, the fan service is behind her, and I would feel cheated on my own list if I put her anywhere lower than number 5. But let's go ahead and jump into number 4 and see where this list takes us from here. Alright, number 4 is Tokoyami. Now, oh, there's so much I love about this character. He's mysterious. He's got a bird's head, dude. Like, we can't just overlook that. Got a bird's head. He's kind of the emo guy of the group. He has a badass quirk. He's got a good level head. You know, what more could you really want from him? Besides, you know, maybe some more screen time. I could use some more screen time for Tokoyami. But other than that, there's nothing I have to complain about with this guy. He's good, he's efficient, he's gonna make a hell of a fucking 3 or 4 hero, honestly. I feel like if it's not him, then I don't know who could be the number 3 or 4 hero in the new generation where Midoriya is number 1. It's probably gonna be Midoriya, Todoroki, Bakugo, and then Tokoyami. But anyway, let's move on to number 3, because I've been waiting to talk about this one. Alright, number 3 is Jiro, and I'm not even going to sugarcoat this shit. Jiro has probably my favorite quirk in the entire series. Maybe next to Eraser. I love her quirk. Her quirk is absolutely just cool, unique, and can get shit done really cool. You know, like when she was like plugging it into the shit in her hands to amplify the ground waves. That shit's cool as hell. I love her character design. I love her personality. Her whole character is just honestly on point for me. She's the type of character I like in anime, and I don't know why the whole earlobe thing is so cool to me. I guess I would have just never expected headphones coming out of ears, but it's just so cool to see, and the quirk actually works and does what it needs to do. And I'm a little bit biased. She's number 3 when she should be like a number 7-ish maybe, but she's my number 3. It's my list. Let me know your list in the comments below. Moving on to number 2. Alright, so now we have the 2 big boys, Bakugo and, well, Todoroki. You know that by now. Now, Todoroki is my number 1 for now. Bakugo is probably going to be my number 1 by the end of the series. I love that he's the rival. I love that, you know, I love the fact that he's a douchebag, but he also wants justice, you know, and he's funny. He's got those scenes where he's just like, I'm going to fuck you up. He literally could have, he had the opportunity to join, like, I guess at the time the most prevalent villainry group in the story, but he didn't. And like this picture, Lord Explosion Murder, it's 10 out of 10 would do again. Anyway though, guys, Bakugo is just a cool character. I feel like by the end of the story he will be my number 1 though. But let's move on to my current number 1. Alright, Todoroki, why are you my number 1? Well, simple. Todoroki is the most developed character in the entire series as up to this point, and I will argue with anyone who says it's Midoriya. Todoroki's backstory has came full circle. We've seen everything that's happened. We've seen him overcome his childhood problems. Even though his brothers aren't all there yet, he's getting there. And it's to the point to where Todoroki has the cool, probably in general, the coolest quirk, as it's ice and fire, and ice and fire are 2 of the coolest things regardless. And he's just such a cool character. His dad is the number 2 hero. He's got the backstory, he's got the personality, he's got the looks, he's got everything a character needs. And that's why he's my number 1. Like I said, I feel like by the end of this, Bakugo will take this spot. But as of right now, I can't, you know, argue with logic. He has everything that I love in a character. Everything has came full circle for him, and I see where he can go from here, but I don't see him getting much better than he is now. Not fighting wise, but like as a character wise, just because they've already pushed him to the moon and back. Anyway though, guys, that's just my list. Tell me what you think in the comments down below of not only my picks, but what your personal picks would be. And I know this was a very, very long video, and I'm sorry for that, guys. But yeah, I mean, these are just something that I wanted to talk about. I don't really get to talk about MHA a lot on here, so I thought I would start things off with my ranking of Class 1A. I might do another video debating on my favorite other characters, because there's a lot. I love so many characters in this show, it's just, you know, can't really add those in Class 1A, but yeah, I appreciate you guys watching so much. You don't understand how much it means to me. Even if this video only gets 5 views or 500, I'm severely grateful for everybody who watched. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here on this channel, or you just want to help me grow. And I guess I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.